So you come in Thursday about 3 o'clock. You can check in about 3 o'clock. We're going to all get together. We're going to have lots of fun. I'm not going to give you any details, but just think adventure, think empowerment, think just connection and inspiration. There's going to be details, you guys who are asking what the difference is between VIP and standard, I guess. So the VIP will get some extra surprises. The VIP will actually be staying at the bed and breakfast.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. It's election day. Make sure you get out and vote if you haven't yet already. I'm not going to say who I voted for, just that I have voted. Yesterday, we had a couple videos out about the Sister Wives episode, and I wanted to do a follow-up because it seems like Meri Brown is getting a little bit of backlash on social media, and an event that she is hosting at her inn or near her inn, a retreat, which is extremely expensive, apparently has just had 2 spots open up the same day or the day after this episode aired. So the timing makes it seem like somebody is canceled after they saw the show, which wouldn't surprise me based on how she acted in that episode. But Meri Brown is literally hosting an empowerment retreat with little to no itinerary at all, no details other than fly into Salt Lake or Las Vegas, drive to my inn, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, and be empowered. Basically, that's literally it. And I covered this over on my Instagram channel. I had not talked about it over here, but when I saw her post about losing people and having new spots come open, which is being like next weekend, I believe, is when it's going to be hosted. She's looking for applicants. And I was like, oh man, Meri, read the room. And the amount that this is costing is ridiculous. And the comments on this post are through the roof. So we will dive into Meri Brown getting dragged and losing people on social media and this ridiculous retreat. Before we do, can you do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and make sure to turn those notifications on so you know when I go live and new content loads, and leave some comments if you have something to say. I'm getting pretty close to the 300,000 subscribers, so if you want to help me reach my goal by the end of the year, make sure to subscribe. On the episode that aired on Sunday night, Meri Brown described that she felt angry and betrayed for Christine's decision to leave. And she got pretty snarky and was like, congratulations, you're leaving the family. And Cody revealed that he would not care if Meri left him and married someone else. Meri says she believes they're still married, but he said, I don't want to be with her. And he said that the reason why he doesn't want to let Christine go versus Meri is that it's literally been like 7 years since the things happened with Meri. He's had way more time to process what has happened. And now with Christine, it was way more like quick. And he said he hasn't had time to process, and she left him. So he's like insulted and injured. Interestingly, I spent a lot of time this morning watching videos on narcissists, and I was pretty convinced that Cody is one, though I'm not a psychologist. And based on what I watched, Robin seems to be the codependent enabler. Okay, again, I cannot diagnose her. But following the episode, Meri posted on her Facebook, you guys, I know it's getting close, but if you want to come to this amazing retreat in a couple weeks to get energized and ready for the holidays, I've got a couple spots that just opened up. No, are you kidding? She has a couple spots that just opened up. That means a couple people actually literally canceled. And it says you get your own flight to Salt Lake City or Las Vegas. The B&B is centered between the two, about 3 hours from each. Get a rental or shuttle up to Parowan, and I take care of the rest. It'll be 4 days of fun, adventure, connection, and empowerment. And it's November 17th through the 20th. So it's not 4 days, it's literally 3 nights, and it's less than 72 hours when you actually look at the itinerary. And it says adventure, connection, and empowerment. And then there's a link to the website. And there's literally no itinerary. So when you click on the retreat, it says that what's included is 4 days, 3 nights accommodations in southern Utah, 3 meals for the 2 full days, dinner on the first night, breakfast on the last morning, 2 to 5 daily activities, morning mindfulness and evening fire pit hangs, goodie bags, transportations during the retreat, photos of retreat, connection with new and old friends, and so much more. There's literally no itinerary. Don't even know what those activities are. And it's $4,500, and that's not staying at Lizzie's. So you would stay in a luxury home near Lizzie's. And then $6,000 to $6,400 is the VIP, and that's what you would pay if you get a room at Lizzie's. And you get to have extra time and activities with Meri. Apparently, to come to this, you have to sign an NDA, and you cannot ask about the show or Sister Wives. So obviously, Meri posting this on her social media only like less than a day after this episode aired, and we saw all of the negative feedback that people were having about how Robin and Meri acted, most specifically how Robin acted. Oh my goodness, she acted so badly that I just clicked on the post, right? And I wanted to see what people had to say in the comments. I recognize that people that would never go to this might not ever comment, but it seems as though people that watched the show had something to say. Someone said, you got to pay off that Coyote Pass land so Robin can get her dream home built. No thanks, Meri. Another person said, sorry, but women empowerment doesn't read well when we watch a show where you stay in a marriage that the husband clearly could care less about you. Now, if Christine was having an event about empowerment, I could see more interest as she stood up for happiness and worth. Just saying. Someone else said, I'm going to Switzerland next year and it won't cost this much. Insane amount to spend to go to Utah of all places. It is a very, very, very expensive retreat if you think about it, especially if you know nothing about what's being done. There have been, someone in my comments a few weeks ago on Instagram said, well, listen, there's a lot of these types of retreats that happen in Utah. And I was like, okay. And I went to Google, right? And on Google, what I noticed is there are, but they're usually at hotels or resorts that have really nice accommodations, and you literally know what you're paying for. You have an itinerary which tells you exactly what is included for every single day. Like day 1, what the schedule is, day 2, 3, 4. I found retreats that were like 5 days that were way less than what she's paying. But I also found ones that were comparable, but they were at like 5-star luxury accommodations, and it was still longer, like a week. So the cost feels more like she's doing this as a meet and greet. Someone else said this, why would I want to go to a retreat with a woman who isn't strong enough to realize her worth? Instead, she stays with someone who said he wouldn't care if she left. Also, she doesn't seem like someone that believes in empowering other women if she doesn't back her own sister wife. Someone else said, why would anyone pay this absurd amount for no information retreat based on Meri's name alone? Someone else said this, you are definitely not enough of an inspiration for me to spend that kind of money on a retreat that will bring me nothing but disappointment as you have over the years in that awful show of yours. See, according to all these comments, how your lack of truth, respect, and loyalty is doing to you now. You brought this negativity on your own. You should take example on a real hero, Christine, which you choose to destroy and stab in the back and try to save your dignity and find your true self and hopefully find some peace, dignity, and happiness. Another person said, is this an interview for new sister wives? Are you helping Robin rebuild or wanting to knock Robin's crown off that she ripped off of your head? Is that on the list of empowerment? Then I'll be going. And then someone else said, not after watching Sunday night's episode, made me sick. Is she going to make her rebuild? You know, I don't think it's about rebuilding, although it could be. I mean, it depends on if she's still in the family or not. But I will say this, what I think is going on here is that one, I think she's at this turning point where she doesn't really know what she wants to do. And maybe she's trying to do a retreat so that she can make a ton of money for just like a few days that would like cover months of bookings. What's ridiculous to me is that these rooms, if you were to go yourself, they book for $250 to $300 a night. So she's ending up charging like an exorbitant amount simply because she's going to be there and she's hosting an event. And then you have to pay extra if you want special time with her, which is ridiculous. And she's not going to answer any of your questions about the show. Now, what she's probably doing is trying to rope you into an MLM. She's been working with a woman named Danielle Delgado, and this woman is like all about getting influencers rich and empowerment. So, and it's all through like the LuLaRoe scam. So she's involved in several MLMs, so I would just be cautious and I would not go to something like this. Some of you in my comments were like, wouldn't you just want to send a mole? No. I don't want to subject anyone in my life to having to spend that kind of money on anything. No amount of cash would be worth it to me to spend 2.5 days in Utah with someone that I probably would find irritable and annoying. Not to mention, I just think it's being manipulative of her to not have an itinerary. So is it shocking to you that people are dropping out after the episode from last night? Or are you not surprised? And what do you think? Would you go to an empowerment retreat for $4,500 to $6,500? Or do you think that people are finally seeing Meri's true colors and why people in the family simply don't like her? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.